Hello, welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. I'm Sibylla and today I'll tell you, should you turn your passion into a business? If you know me, you know that I always say, if you're passionate about something, if something lights you up, you should make it a priority. Simply because it is your joy. Whether you are a pro or whether you're a beginner, whether you make money with your passion or not. Simply the fact that it lights you up should be the best reason to put this front and center in your life. Of course, many of my clients do have a wish to earn some money with their passion. They want to do what lights them up, make money with it. And obviously this sounds like a dream, and it can be. So your mission today is to find out whether you should turn your passion into a business and how to prevent the dream from turning into a nightmare. Task number 1 is, can you turn your passion into a business? Obviously, this subject can and does fill volumes. So I'm just going to give you a few questions to ask yourself to start off with. The first is, are you good enough? Now, obviously, you should provide quality if you charge money for services or products, things that you make. However, the vast majority of people underrate the value of what they can do, and what they produce, and what they have to sell. They think they're not good enough. They compare themselves to the people who have been in business for 20 years, and they think, who am I to charge for this? By the way, I know this myself. Imposter syndrome is something that pretty much everyone suffers from to an extent. So I'm here to tell you, if you do your best to consistently improve and learn more, the likelihood is that you are better than the majority of people in what you do, and that alone gives you a right to charge for it. And also, think of it this way, there's probably somebody out there who does what you do worse than you do and charges more money for it. You have a right to be there too. If others do it, why shouldn't you do that too? So confidently charge money for your gifts. Second question is there a genuine market for what you have to for what you have to offer? Now, this is very, very important. Do people search for it? You might be super talented and a genius in what you do, but if it's not something that people look for, then it might not be the best idea to turn this into a business. This brings me back to what I said at the beginning. It doesn't matter how passionate you are about something. Passion for something doesn't mean you need to make it an income. This is a narrative in our society that's very damaging. Most people expect, when you say, should you turn it into a business, they expect a question like, are you passionate enough? But that has nothing to do with it. It should be a priority if you're passionate about it because it gives you joy. But it should be a business only when there is a market for it, when you can actually sell it, when there are some people who are willing to pay for what you have to offer. That makes sense, right? Next question, are you secure enough? You need some savings. Every business, even the online at-home version, like the likes of what I do, requires some investment, and also it requires a bit of a starting period. So at least for the first 3 to 6 months, you should have money to support yourself if you don't make money from your business yet, or if you have investments that you need to first make back before you can actually earn some money. This is very important. So make sure you have a bit of a financial cushion saved up. And find out in advance what you're going to need for these first, let's say, 6 to 12 months. Also, can you perhaps start part-time to minimize the risk? That, of course, means you are going to have to work a job and your business, which can be very stressful and burn you out. Trust me, I've done it. And yeah, it is a lot of work. However, it also gives you a period where you are secure because you still have an income. And you have time to bring this business off the ground. You don't start at zero when you go completely full-time. So it can definitely have benefits. Just don't plan to do this for very long because it can really burn you out. And also make sure you have a solid support system in place. Task number 2 is protect your passions and joy. Now, aside from all these nuts and bolts type of things some of which I mentioned in task number 1, there is one big potential pitfall that most people overlook. And that is the question, can you protect your passion and your joy from the harsh realities of business? The truth is, business can be really rough. It can break your heart. And I've met entirely too many super talented and skillful people, geniuses, that have come to hate their passion. Musicians that have not picked up their instruments in 4 years. Dancers that have not danced a step. Writers that hadn't written two words together. Because they either turned their passion into their income and didn't make enough money, they didn't make it, they failed at it, or they succeeded and burned out in the process. I myself have turned one of my passions into a business, so I know what I'm talking about here. This is so important. You need to create a protected space where your passion is just a passion and not a business and not an income. It needs to be a place where you can fool around with your passion, have fun, laugh, be silly, produce something that is definitely not going to ever sell, do things that are not productive, that you're never going to turn into money. Just to have that joy and that passion unencumbered by the need to make money. This can be really difficult, but it can be done. I've done it. I'm helping clients set this up. And if you manage this, you have created the basis for a business that will not only be profitable in the future, but you will always have that joy of it, and you'll never lose the joy of your passion, which was the reason why you started that business in the first place. This brings me to task number 3, which is let me know. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and write in the comments what you take away from this video. Are you turning your passion into a business? Are you already working maybe and making money with your passion? Do you think you want to do this? Do you maybe dream of it? Are you a bit afraid of it? What are your thoughts and what are your experiences? I'd love to hear, and I'll reply to every comment, I promise. Now, if you would like a little more, you should consider joining the community of Wild Spirits. Go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in that little form. There you'll get 1 email per week. It's 100% spam free. And with this, you get not just the link to the weekly videos, but extra articles, information, recommendations of books and other resources. And sometimes you get exclusive offers only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll bring you to my website as well. Thank you for watching.